Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy here, Ryan Charlebois, also known as Teleportation Exists. I want to say hi to the YouTube world and all the legends out there. I have a very, very special guest in the building. Not only is she my dear friend,
Hmm.
but she is a University of Miami Hall of Famer. She is currently a real estate agent and is doing amazing with that. She is obviously an incredible mother to her kids, an incredible wife to her husband, and an incredible daughter to her parents and all her friends, such as me, who love her
Thank
and
you.
support her. Thank you for all the support and encouragement you've always given us.
I got you.
But I would like to introduce my very special guest today, the queen, the one, the only, the ultimate legend, Tabia Charles in the building.
Hello. Thank you for that amazing introduction. I appreciate it.
I hope it
I
went
do.
well.
That felt well. It felt really good.
It was straight from the heart,
I
obviously.
felt it. That
Th-
warmed my heart big
Thank you
time.
so much for being here. This is Temple Talk today, with the ladies of the city. That's what I'm calling this episode.
Okay.
Ladies of the city and this country who set the tempo, who are
Mm.
trendsetters, who are
Ooh, I
entrepreneurs,
like that.
right? And you are one of those ladies. So first off, obviously, I'm honored and humbled and
Mm.
privileged to have you in the building. First off, let's start from the start. The queen just had her birthday, Aries season.
Aries
Aries season,
season,
come
April
on.
6th,
Yeah,
right? Me and my daughter.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Her and her
Same
daughter have
day.
the same birthday, which is crazy.
Yes.
How was the trip to Florida?
Oh my gosh. It was everything we imagined. Magical. Her joy alone was the best birthday gift that I could have. She just kept saying, "This is amazing." Oh, and she didn't even know that we were going to Disney World. So we surprised her until we got there. So
Nice.
yeah, it felt good. It felt good to take my son there, my daughter. My husband's never been there either. So it was nice.
Well, I know watching all the videos, like she posts some of the best stories on the planet. Like,
Thank you.
the joy that I get from it, and like
Ah,
how it makes me feel, and how it inspires me,
I
you and the
appreciate
family. It
that.
means everything to all of us, and
Mm.
obviously with Jordy and D'Angelo and
Hmm.
Dante and your
Yeah.
husband and mom and dad and all
Hmm.
your
Oh,
friends. Like,
thank
you're
you.
very transparent,
Extremely.
and that's obviously something that's very important to me as a person, and our honesty and being open with each other
Yes.
and
Yes.
able to have these conversations. Obviously, he just got back from Florida, obviously,
Hmm.
and I hope to be going there soon.
You better.
But just to cut to it real quick,
Hmm.
because I was looking at the accolades
Okay.
when I was reading the bio on it. It was like a novel, man. Like, yo, 2006 national champion. Yo, I had no idea. Like, I knew, obviously we'll talk about 2 years after that, but how did it feel winning a national championship?
Championship. You know what? It's so funny because at the time, it didn't feel as a big deal to me. I always have set goals and just trying to go and do things. So my goal that year was to graduate early. So I did my 4 or 5 year scholarship in 3 years. And I really wanted to end it off with a bang. So I went out there, just did what my coach has been teaching me all throughout my college career, and it just all came together. And so I look back now and it makes me proud. At the time it was, okay, NCAA champion, but
Proud. Wow. Yes, you should be very, very proud. That
thank
is
you.
to think that you are number one
The
in
nation.
all of Division One,
It feels good.
Canadian lady
Yeah.
by way of
Right.
Antiguan
Yeah.
legends, right? That, like, when I read that, because I already knew how accomplished you were in general, but when I read all of the accolades, I was like, yo, you dominated.
Yeah, I did pretty well.
I know you're very humble about it, but no, congratulations on
Thank
that. It's almost been 20 years,
I
which is
can't believe it.
incredible. Your regimen for winning the championship, and then we'll get to Beijing in a second.
Yes.
But I can't imagine how strenuous
Whew.
your workout regimen was, your diet, everything, your sleep. Like, what did you listen to? Like, what got
All of
you?
that.
Yeah.
Such a good question. And to be very honest with you, and I'll say this, I was a privileged athlete, right? I put in the work that I really could have. put in the my diet wasn't the greatest, right? Like there's a lot of things that when I look, if I could go back and do it over again, oh my God, I would be a superstar. However,
You are a superstar,
we
but continue. Yeah, yeah.
but we trained hard. We had 2-a-days. We were training at 6 o'clock in the morning. We had our weight session, then our second session in the afternoon. Training at that level was the hardest because I came from I was younger. I was doing all different kinds of sports, but it was no joke. And the fact that we would have school at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
weight training at 6 a.m., do it again 6 days a week.
Crazy.
It was
And
intense.
to finish your 4 or 5 year
In
degree
three,
in
yeah.
3 years, like,
Like when every athlete was doing approximately 12 to 14 credits,
mhm.
I was doing 18 to 21.
Wow. Do you think, in hindsight, obviously that's a great accomplishment. Do you
Yeah.
think that you being extra focused on your academics might have not taken away from
No,
it,
I
but like
hear
at the end of the day, it
like
takes brain
it
power
takes
and
1,000%. It's a very, very good question. You know what? I don't know because I've always been used to just set a goal, let me accomplish it. Do this, let me accomplish it. But who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe had I focused one track mind on, the track and field and I could still put effort into the academics, who knows what could have happened? We
yeah.
never
I
know.
mean, obviously, so getting to 2008 now,
Yes.
having a former Olympian in the building, 2 years removed from that title and going into the Olympics.
Yeah.
How was that experience there? And
Yes.
what did you learn as a human
Human
being
being.
just being there for those games and all the
Yeah,
work you had to
yeah.
put in prior to?
100%. I would say one of the highlights of my life was being in Beijing. I always say to myself, if I could go back to a situation and go back to a moment, I get emotional.
Yeah, I mean,
It
I'm
would,
gonna get emotional because I have a crazy story after, but
yeah,
yeah,
it would have been that moment.
yeah,
And as I mentioned before, I say privileged athlete because all things just came easy.
because you're
And
humble.
you're right. However, I think one thing I was missing was just like that extra grit that athletes had, that extra focus. But because I was talented, things just came,
For
right?
sure.
And that year I went to the Olympics, I was ranked top 3 in the world. That's when I jumped 6 meters 82 in Greece.
Okay,
And had I jumped that, what I qualified for, I would have medaled in the Olympics. But I said that to say the experience showed me that whatever I truly put my mind to, I'm going to make it happen.
for sure.
And I've taken that literally everything in this life that I do, real estate, dealing with my family, going after anything.
You're a go-getter.
It's almost like an obsession. It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
no,
an
thousand
addiction that I
percent
have,
for
right?
sure. I think it's an Aries thing. No, no.
No, 100%.
By the way, this is the Aries season
Aries
official
season.
episode, yo. Just for the record, yo.
So funny.
Add a delay to that verse. Yeah. By the way, it's National ASMR Day. Anyways, back to the interview.
I love it.
I'm a jackass.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Oh my God. But a great experience. And it just shows like being around all these people that worked their asses off, that set forward to a goal, had a dream, put the work in. Like we were there. And not to say that there was athletes there that should have been there, but there's all these things. But the universe just aligned for us
For sure.
at that moment.
Absolutely.
I'm forever thankful and grateful. I always think back to say to myself, I had some minor injuries and little things, but if I could go back and really have had the moment to prove and show what I could have done, oh my God, I would take that at any time.
Of course.
And-
Teleportation exists.
Oh my gosh, right?
Come on, you
And-
never know. Yo, you look like you could go beat the record right now. I saw some woman broke your record, the Canadian
Just
record or something.
recently, yeah.
And I was like, yo, man.
Just
I'm
recently.
like, yo, she could still do it though. She could still do it. I was gonna say to you, for me being like when I was playing basketball, I remember my last year of high school, like when you're in certain moments and in certain games, like I couldn't even fully grasp it. Like I knew the magnitude was so high for me,
Yes.
but like I can't imagine being at the Olympic Games and like having this moment, like being interviewed and asked that, because to fully grasp being in that moment
Yeah.
with the greatest athletes on the planet, it's almost like I couldn't fully grasp it when I was playing high school
Got you.
basketball.
Right. I
So I can't
understand.
imagine what you were going through mentally, good and bad out there, right?
Right. Yes.
But getting back to the people you're around, any celebrity, not celebrity meetings, but athlete
At least
meetings that people you met, a Usain Bolt or
Oh,
anything,
oh,
you know,
for
like,
sure. Oh, definitely.
yeah, you know,
So, I mean, Usain Bolt, I got to party with him. We hung out. We actually became friends after that. So
nice,
that was
nice.
cool.
He seems like the coolest guy
He is
ever.
mad cool. Yeah, he
Very
is
humble.
extremely humble.
My favorite guys, man. I
Yeah,
love.
humbled athletes, like extremely humbled, just good to my friend. I remember when I was in Jamaica, we were FaceTiming and like he was talking to my friends on FaceTime.
Just normal,
So
eh? Just normal, eh?
yeah,
Just
he's like super cool. I met Kobe.
lightning bolt and Tabia thunder, just randomly on a video call. That's crazy.
Yeah, so it was like I met a lot. There were so many athletes I used to watch on TV, and I was there with them. It honestly, like the feeling was, you walk into the bird's nest, you see your picture and your name up on, like the board,
Hmm.
and people just clapping for you. It was
It's
such a good feeling. And one of the things that I think about the most is, oh my gosh, am I getting like emotional? This is crazy.
this is hey, it's the tabernacle, yo. It wouldn't be the first time an Aries cried in here, so
Right.
yeah, no, you're good, you're good.
So it's like when I was really hoping to like get to, London Olympics, really prove and show myself, I was like faster, I was stronger, I was more focused. I knew what I had to do. And then injury. And it's almost like the universe said to me, listen, you just got to take that same momentum, take that same energy into whatever else you have coming. And it also teaches you that sometimes you only have one opportunity to show and prove.
Yep.
And so,
I can relate to
you
that with me
know,
on Rap City.
yeah.
With, like when I was in my battle on Much Music and I had one line prepared that I didn't use at the end that I
Ah,
knew would have been like the it would have been another one in the chamber that and
got
I
you.
didn't. It's like if you
Why did
don't
you use
shoot,
it?
the time went out, like because you have 30 seconds to rap,
Got
and
you.
then there was certain circumstances
Circus,
going on,
okay.
and I should have just done the usual, what I've watched all
But
the TV battles, which is
right.
at the end when they cut the music off, you at
Yeah.
least you get your last bar or
Yes, yes,
two.
yes.
You can, if they try to cut you off and like you get to hear the punchline, the last bar, perfectly
Yes, I
cool. But if they
understand
just
that.
cut it off the way they did for me, I should have just been like da 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 da
A
da da da.
thousand
But I
percent
didn't.
right.
So I know that, unfortunately, not that I didn't do my
Best,
best,
yeah.
because I went on national
That's
television and
huge.
you know I attempted to do my best
Yes.
and I had something prepared, and it didn't go that way, and like you said, you only have
Sometimes
one.
you've got one shot to
Not
shoot.
sometimes, it's, I believe it's
Yeah,
all the
all the
time,
time. This is true. You always gotta
yeah,
put your best foot forward, man.
because you
Yeah.
never really know.
If it's gonna come
No,
up again, the opportunity. Yes. I
absolutely.
live by that. And this is why maybe like this idea of like me constantly, like, I gotta get this now. So it's like it's a gift and a curse
For sure.
because I'm just literally constantly go, go, go. I gotta get this now. I want to take this trip with the family now. I want to do this for my parents, do this for my friends. Did it this crazily in my mind, but it feels good when you can do it.
For sure.
But you're just constantly exhausted because it's the feeling of I might not have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's that understanding of like life and the fact we're not going to be here one day, and
This is
that's what it
it.
is. There's two types of people in this world: people who live like they know that it's going to end, and then
Yes.
a lot of people, unfortunately, like, sometimes even myself have my moments where it's like you lack a certain inhibition,
Yeah.
and certain times I do take certain things for granted, and I am ungrateful at times, and
Got
that
it.
and that hurts me
I
because
understand.
I know I'm grateful all the time, and
Yes.
want to be that way. So, mental health is another thing we're going to be talking about
Hmm.
a lot on this platform.
Very good.
By the way,
Necessary.
that's what I was going to tell you. You said, so we were talking about superstars. This is only Legends Allowed, okay? Home of the humble superstars. I had that written down on my thing like for 2 years,
Did
and I've
you?
never said it. So like, and I just wanted to get that out the
I
way.
like that.
Moving on real quick, we both, teleportation exists.
Yeah.
we could talk forever. But
Forever.
I want to, and we'll have more episodes, of course. We'll see
Definitely.
what the fans
Of
suggest for
course.
us and all that stuff. But getting into what's going on now with you with real estate,
Yes.
how long have you been doing it now?
So real estate, I started officially, I would say 2021. So I did it over mat leave. I did my testing and everything. 2020, I started on mat leave, and officially, I believe 2021 is when I was able to get my license.
Amazing. And how has that been? Like
A dream.
the best.
I
Mr.
absolutely
Brown,
let me,
Mr.
and let
Brown
me tell you something. Rohan,
is
oh
the
my
best.
gosh,
We love you, Rohan.
absolutely amazing. It's because of Rohan. I was like just sending Rohan all these referrals, okay?
Right.
And let me tell you what an amazing person he is. He was like, Tabia, you're making me so much money.
You're the gold mine.
You're sending me some referrals. How could I not get you into real estate?
Absolutely.
He helped me with my courses. Like he is the real deal.
He is
The real deal.
ultimate legend.
Yeah.
I need him on the show.
You have
I
to,
need
please.
Shannon on the show also,
Definitely.
please.
Yes.
Miss Felicienne, I would
Yes,
love to
you gotta
interview
get
her.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm a big fan
yeah.
of hers, right? So I know who her friends are, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, no, you have, and that's another thing too. Like over the years, like just seeing your friend group and stuff.
Yeah, they're
Like,
amazing.
I won't lie to you. Like, yeah, they are amazing. Like,
They're
yo, when
so
are we doing a
wonderful.
murder mystery party or something? Like, yo, I don't get invited to nothing.
Stop
like,
this.
I'll be there for the ladies' night. I don't care, dog. Like, I'm down. I don't care. Like, I want to,
so
I want to
funny.
eat popcorn and watch movies in the dark too, man. Like, I get so jealous.
You are so funny.
No, I'm so jealous of her life in the greatest way. Like, that's in the sense of how much I admire you.
I appreciate
and
you.
how much you inspire
You've always
me.
been supportive from ever since the Olympics to it doesn't
But
matter
you're the
what I
one who
was going
supported
through.
me. She encouraged and support me. I feel like the way you encourage and support me, obviously, I'd like to think it's
Oh
reciprocated
my God,
mutually.
big time, always.
But, from you being at the million views party,
yes.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
had to
Like,
come to that, definitely.
crazy.
I have no Ryan was actually maybe like my first white chocolate boyfriend, we could say. He bought me flowers. Remember that? You invited me. You were all dressed
Oh my gosh. I
up.
knew she was going to bring it up, Miss. I knew she was going to.
You were such a gentleman though.
Thank
Took
you.
me to see his mom.
I mean,
What?
Have
That
to.
was sweet. Honestly, ever since I met you, wonderful person.
thank you so much.
I
And
can-
vice versa.
yeah.
You're an incredible person. And like I told you, having you as a guest here, like
It means a
I
lot
wa-
to me.
and it means everything to me. And I know that I'm also a lot of opportunities are going to be coming my way now because people get to see me in a different light.
Yes,
I want to
love
be
that.
more in an interviewer light also when I'm talking, not to just women, but
Yes.
even when I'm talking to certain people in general, like I don't always want to be known as the yapper.
Got
You
it.
know, I love to yap, I love to talk, but I love to learn and
Yes,
listen.
that I know.
And real quick, we're gonna wrap up soon, but that's the story I was trying to get to. It finally came. Teleportation exists, so I got to tell this story. So, 2008.
Yes.
You try to watch the Olympics as much as possible,
Uh-huh.
depending on where the Olympic Games are too, right?
Yeah.
The time difference, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I decide to turn on the TV and put the Olympics on whatever random day it was.
Yeah.
As I'm, rolling up my cigar with some green substances in it, shouts to Bob Marley and things.
It's very early too. So
Yes.
I woke up at I don't know if it was 7:45, 8:15. Maybe you could tell me.
Yeah, maybe even earlier.
I 'cause
the
I feel
time
like
difference.
6:45 it
Yeah,
might have
you're
been.
right, yeah.
It was early. Like I know it was before 8 for sure.
Yeah.
But it was a very euphoric moment for
Yes.
me, right? So I'm there, Merce. And whatever, spark up my little one too, chilling. Morning time. This is 2008, so I'm not the smoker that I am now, and I'm enjoying myself. And I look and I'm like,
So silly.
no, yo, I was like this. I'm not even joking. I was like, what is going on, man? Like, I knew you were like competing for Canada. I knew the
Yeah.
whole thing, but you never told me
No, I
you were
never-
going to the
Yeah.
Olympics. I'm just sitting there and I'm like, what is going on? Am I tripping out? I know this beautiful black lady that is about to kill the Olympics right now, but wait till I see your name. Let me make sure.
Right.
And then your name popped up and I was like,
You're so,
Yo, I
this
felt
just
like
warms
I
my
felt
heart.
like no, I felt like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, bro. I was just like, she's in the Olympics. She didn't tell me, but it was so epic because I just thought about how humble you were to not even tell me that you're going to the
Yeah.
Olympics. I probably saw you. I don't even know how recent before that,
Right.
but it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
far,
I
like
think I
a
went.
month or a month and a half, 2 months.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure you knew you're going to the Olympics.
Yes.
And that is one of my favorite stories
Oh, that
that I
warms my
tell all the time
heart.
because it was like seeing someone you love achieve that
Oh,
dream.
I appreciate
It
that.
was, and I know to everyone who loves you, it meant everything to all of us. And man,
Thank
that was an
you.
incredible moment, man. What were you listening to music wise
That
before
is.
what were the hype up songs?
Oh, to be honest with you, I had Vibes Cartel in that playlist.
What vibes got her to
Some vibes, but definitely like
nice,
reggae music, some
nice,
soca music,
of
Afro
course,
beats, just to
nice,
kind of like keep me upbeat and
of
yeah.
course.
So that was my playlist.
Not
Yes.
you didn't have a specific song that would get you hype
You
up.
know what? When I think about it now, just like mixes, like I loved mixes. Whether it was hip hop, whether it was Jay-Z, whether it was just mixes and that were on repeat that I loved. You know what I mean? Yeah, no
Right.
specific artist. I just love all music. So
I had one song,
tell me, what was it?
Notorious Thugs
Really?
by Biggie and Bone Thugs. Yeah. And people used to wonder why I'd score 5 goals a
Yeah.
game in hockey, Merce.
Wow.
I'm at Don Mill Civitan waiting to play,
Wow.
listening to
Yes.
Biggie. I'm like 11 years old. Like, you're not going to stop me. Like, I'm in danger. Ain't too many good bang with us.
That's the song though. That's a track.
Oh, man. It gave me super hype. But yeah.
That's a track.
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
through.
you for I'm honored that you asked me to come on the show.
I'm honored to have you and privileged. And,
Thank you.
And yeah, no, this was amazing. We could talk forever.
Literally.
So we're just gonna call
We're gonna cut
this
it now, yeah.
Tabia and Ryan Part 1. Okay?
Definitely.
But thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you so
I love
much.
you dearly.
I love you too.
Also want to give a big shout outs to your parents.
Yes,
I always
please.
tell her how much her dad is my role model and her mom. So mom and dad, I love you guys. Hubby and the kids.
Oh yeah, hubby
love
is
you guys.
yes,
sending bear love
wonderful
to you guys.
hubby,
And
kids.
yo, all the girlfriends.
Oh
you
my
know what I'm
gosh, all of
saying?
them. Yeah. If
Murder
it wasn't-
mystery
yeah.
party.
Trust me, you'll be invited to the next one. I promise.
Do you actually do murder mystery parties?
No, I don't.
We have to do one.
Is it? It'll be fun though. I believe
Yeah,
that. I've
like-
been to one.
You've been to one?
I've been to one. It was
Everyone's been
mad
to one
fun.
but me.
Yes, so much fun.
We're gonna figure it
We're gonna
out.
do it. We'll figure it out.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I
much.
love you.
I love you
You're
too.
the best.
Thank
Only
you.
legends allow, baby. Quote, home of the humble superstars. Unquote. Love you guys. Have a good day.
I take care. Thank you.